Hello, welcome back to How to Make a Game in Unity for Beginners. My name is Dustin, and last time what we did is we made it so that when we pause our game, well, first we gave our coins a little bit of an animation, and when we pause our game, we also created this pause screen to display so the player knows that the game is paused. This time, what I want to do is I want to go back to what we started when we created a new level for us to load into. Um, as of right now, there's nothing in our second level. So what I want to do is create another level for us to load into. Um, so first thing I want to do in our prefabs folder, inside of our prefabs folder, I'm going to create a new folder. And I'm going to call this folder Game Essentials. Like that. Just to kind of make things a little bit more organized. So I'm going to drag the canvas, or excuse me, the camera in there, the canvas, the death pit, our game manager, and our player. And these are all the prefabs that are necessary for basically our game to actually run. So I want to make sure that all of these are in every one of our scenes. And then anything else is not technically necessary, but they just add different things to the world. So now I'm going to go into our level 2 scene. First, I'm going to delete this camera. We're not going to use it. We have our own camera that we created. So I'm going to drag that camera in. I'm going to drag in our canvas. I'm going to drag in our death pit. I'm going to drag in our game manager. And I'm going to drag in our player. Now, currently we don't actually have a ground to sit on, so I'm going to go back and I'm just going to go ahead and drag our ground in there as well. And what I want to do now is I want to make it a little bit different. So I'm going to scale this out a little bit. I'm going to make this maybe a little bit longer this way. And what I can do is put in a couple of enemies and a few coins. Perfect. Now we have this new level for us to play on. It's a little bit more difficult now that we have two different enemies that are going to follow us. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit play and see how this plays out. That, seems a little easy just for the fact that we didn't set our distance very high. So, but what I'm noticing is we're getting this error down here. It's saying that the build index 2 could not be loaded because it has not been added to our build settings. What that means is we actually don't even have a third level for us to play on. It's trying to move on to the next level because our target score is 0. So it tried to load into the next level, and we don't have another level for it to load into. So, but all of that seems to be working just fine. So now that we have a second level for us to load into, let's go back to our main scene. It's called sample scene. I'm going to change the name to this to level 1. And we can hit play. Collect our 3. Load into the next scene, and there we go. We are good to play. So now you can create as many levels as you want like this. But then if you have, let's say you have 50 levels for the player to complete and then you win the game or whatever the case, just make sure that you create a new last scene to basically tell the player that they've won or give them some way to restart or whatever the case. That way you don't have your last scene trying to load into a level that doesn't actually exist. But I think that's going to do it for this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you next time.